Get out of your head. You're ruining the moment. I want to talk about something that can't be talked about enough. And this is the number one reason of all reasons that guys are not getting laid. And it's the number one reason why guys don't have women or an abundance of women in their lives. Now, I'm not saying you have to be Casanova. You don't need to be. You don't need to be a guy who has a lot of women. But we all know we've been there where we've been in the elevator with a girl. We've been somewhere with a girl, and we know that there's a connection. But instinctively, like clockwork, we somehow sabotage it by overthinking, going into our heads, trying to fill the silence with words, and completely annihilating the attraction. How many times have you stood face to face with a girl who was just giving you complete presence and eye contact, and you did not know what to do? You froze up. I think we've all been there. And that's a very frustrating place to be, to know that we've got potential attraction on the horizon and we don't know how to navigate it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the moment. Yes, the moment that we keep ruining and sabotaging, that is leading us to the frustration of not getting what we want. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you watching these videos. I love making these videos. I love pouring into you guys what it is that I know and the experiences that I've had, in hopes that you will also start to have your own experience, but also become very abundant in women and experience and relationships with those women. So if you are interested in what we teach here, hit like and subscribe, or not, your call, but there's going to be a ton of content coming down the pipeline. I don't want you to miss it. This stuff is going to level your game up. And I hate to use game because it's a very cheesy term, but it's going to level you up and make you hyper aware of situations that lead to sex, dates, insta-dates, overall connection. Because a lot of guys are just missing those moments and they're sabotaging them. So let's go ahead and jump into the topic. Let's talk about the moment. The moment, which is the number one thing that guys tend to miss that leads to attraction. The moment is when you're present with this girl that you're talking to, or you're present with a girl and you're making eye contact, and you can feel that lingering presence with this girl that you're talking to. It could be a Starbucks barista. It could be a person at a desk in a hotel. It could be anywhere. I've done it, or I've seen it happen. I've done it myself with flight attendants on the flights. So the moment is crucial. And when you have a tendency to go into your head, you have a tendency to kill the moment. Because the moment requires that you have full presence and not thinking or analyzing the moment. And here's what happens. When you get present or are holding eye contact with the girl as you're talking, you've got feelings and sensations flowing through you in your body. And here's what happens. Most guys don't know what to do with these emotions and sensation and this energy flowing through their bodies when they're in these moments with these girls. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were supposed to kiss a girl and you didn't, and then you kicked yourself in the ass after? That's that moment that I'm talking about. And it happens very often, more often than you think. And a lot of guys are just going right into their head and they're sabotaging it. I was on an elevator one time with this girl, I remember, and this is before I had a girlfriend. And we're on this elevator together and we're talking. And I just met this girl. And I noticed that she was really good at holding eye contact. And I had been doing the fearless work, so I was as well. And so I could feel as I was looking at her and talking to her that she was calm in that lingering eye contact. So even if the conversation dropped a little bit, she was still always there with me with the eye contact. And my body was starting to get aroused, warmed up, turned on. I was starting to feel all these sensations build up. My heart was pumping faster. And before this, I would have never enjoyed it before Fearless, right? Because I would have always tried to escape it or run from it. But learning what I learned, I knew that this was a great moment to go for it. So when she slowed down talking, I just held the eye contact with her. And she was just there with me the whole time, and I had just met this girl. And so I'm feeling my heart pumping faster. I'm feeling all these sensations go through my body. I am not going into my head. I'm completely okay with these feelings and sensations in my body. And so I can feel her being very receptive. So what do? I reach out and I grab her hand. Or I reached out and she met me halfway with her hand. And that's how I knew it was on. I said, okay. It wasn't just me being weird. Like, this was actually a moment that she also felt it too. So to the guy who's struggling with being in their head, how many of these moments do you find yourself in where you're just taking yourself out of them because you're uncertain about what it means? Stop doing it. Slow down. Be with those sensations in your body. You want to start to enjoy those sensations. You want to start to enjoy the tension, the nervousness that comes up when you're having a moment with a girl. You just want to slow it down and feel the moment. You can talk and feel the moment. You can be present and say nothing and also feel the moment. And here's what I would ask. Is this girl receptive of the moment, or is she trying to dodge the eye contact? Or is she dodging the moment? Does she feel weird and unsettled in this moment? And sometimes you get that. Sometimes you get girls who are not good with handling the tension. And that's okay. It doesn't have anything to do with you. A lot of the time it has a lot to do with them. But then you get girls who are also very common that they love that tension and they don't get it enough in their life. And when you give it to them, it makes them feel fucking good. Like, it makes them feel really good in their body. It makes them feel sexy. It arouses them. It turns them on. It just makes them feel seen. So if you find yourself in these moments, it's a great opportunity for you to take an action. Reach out, grab her hand, see if she's receptive, if she's there with you. All great things come from these moments. If you're not nailing these moments and you're not having them, or you're not seeing them, or you're oblivious to them, you're going to keep ending up where you are, which is empty-handed. Start taking a little risk. Reach out. How receptive is she? Test the waters. See. These are also great moments if you've been on a date with the girl to kiss her. Lean in, go in for the kiss. Right? Very few guys can read these signals. And they always just go right over their head, just like that. So don't be that guy. Be the guy who can enjoy the moment, who can relax in the moment, who can stay in the tension, the emotional tension of it. Feel that body, feel that heart, feel your turn on. It's all okay. Ground yourself, feel your feet. this is the moment where things start to happen. Now, I'll tell you this, when I was in the elevator with that girl and I'm giving her this eye contact and I'm looking right into her and she's holding it with me and I reach out and grab her hand and she gives me her finger. Then she slaps me on the chest and she says, "You're too good at this." And all I could do was laugh because I knew what she meant. We both could feel it. So I want you guys to really get good at feeling the moment. So make it a practice to feel your emotions more. Don't become overly emotional, but just start to let little emotions in here and there so that you start to incrementally over time get comfortable feeling these emotions as they come up when you're in the presence of other people. Like nervousness, for instance. A lot of people don't like to feel nervous. A lot of people don't like to feel fear, especially men, that we don't like to feel nervousness and fear because to us it means that we're weak. But if you can learn to let those emotions come up and not get reactive to them, but actually get more powerful and present in them, you'll start to turn a lot of women on. You'll start to have a lot more of these moments because your body in a weird way kind of craves it. Now, if I'm ever face to face with a woman now, I love the eye contact. I love those feelings that run through my body. And I just let them be. Because those feelings make up the moments. Running from them and going to your head kills the moment. So stop killing the moment. Anyways, guys, this video is going a little bit longer than I expected. I hope that you got some value out of that. If there's any missing links, go ahead and ask in the comments. I'll be sure to give you information that'll help you get over whatever hump that you're stuck at. This is the stuff that I teach when I'm out with my guys and we go out to bars and then we go out doing the street and do approaching. This is the stuff I teach, right? This is what I've learned from Fearless too. So if this stuff is right up your alley and you want to really get good at this stuff and you want to work on this stuff in person in a contained space, let me know. I can also arrange that. But let me tell you this, once you start to have these moments more often, and then you start to have more sexual experiences, your confidence is going to skyrocket. You're going to feel much more self-assured. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.